Welcome back to the Challenge Accepted series. I'm Red Monster, and our small domain continues to grow against the odds. The raiders have been driven from our lands, and we held our borders with the help of hired mercenaries. But while we fortified our positions, the Baron expanded his reach across the realm. His banners now fly over nearly every region, forcing us to claim the distant territory of Roheloch, with its bounty of wild berries and rich salt deposits. Our people have proven resilient. The militia that once struggled against bandits now defends against raiders with confidence alongside hired mercenaries, and our markets bustle with the trade of essential goods. We're no longer just surviving, but thriving, with high approval and growing confidence among our settlers. But ruling these lands means walking a careful line. The Baron's ambitions have ensured that the entire realm is now under competing control, and it's only a matter of time before his expansion puts him at odds with our own survival. As we prepare to settle this new region, every choice carries weight and will determine whether our small corner of the world can prosper in the shadow of a much larger power. The work continues, and the stakes only grow higher. Let's resume our quest. And welcome to episode 2 of the Challenge Accepted series. We are staring at Wildfield, who is running just actually pretty well. So we have some industry built up. We've got some regional wealth generating. We're at 78% approval rating. A lot of good things happening here. We've got our church built. We have the manor off in the corner here, and we're expanding. We have 6 available living space. We have a little mini farming community that we're developing up here. A logging community we're developing up here. We did finish off with the stonecutter camp, so no concerns with that. Our little humble trade post. And we're going to connect some of these areas together throughout this episode. I think it would make sense. We have a few side roads that we'll be going through. And I like the idea of having our orchards coming in next. So where we're at, we need 3 more level 2 burgage plots, but in order to keep them happy, we need some advanced materials. We have a good variety of food. We've got meat that's okay. We got vegetables, berries, and eggs in abundance. So with the 3 to 4, we should be good. We also have our clay mining pit. We got clay coming in. We've got iron ore and iron slabs in excess, as well as a smithy that's generating tools for us that we are exporting. Our planks and timber production are a little bit low, so we'll need to watch out for those, since we have a blacksmith, a joiner's shop that is actually using 2 planks per large shield to outfit our militia. Militias are doing okay. We got a total of 44 members there. We also have a few others just waiting on hardware, so they need to get additional spears, additional shields. We should be able to get 2 full retinues ready to go, and our treasury balance is looking pretty good at 738. Now, we're about ready to advance into a new region, and I think we need to do that. We've got to diversify because the Baron has captured most of the other territories. We were able to pick up Roheloch, and interesting fact about Roheloch, it has salt and it has berries that are the rich deposits. Everything else is kind of hit and miss. So not a lot of great options for industry here, but we have some food. We may be able to do some trade. It's a large region, and let's just take a look. We have a few places where we can do emmer right off the bat. That doesn't look too bad, although it will be a lot of effort, a lot of people devoted to that. Flax, barley, fertility there is also pretty poor. So we can look at some ways to make money in Roheloch, and I think the big thing is going to be with a logging industry, turning that into planks, turning those into war bows. We actually don't even have access to iron in this region, so it's going to just be the little bit of clay and then whatever we can produce for war bows that either we export away to our other region with a trade post, or we just manage in between. So we'll do a little bit of expansion as we get started. We're right at the end of June. So placing a new outpost won't be the worst thing. And as far as our location for our wild animals, I think they're close enough to the berry deposit and the foragers that we can manage that properly. I think the initial place we want to get set up is going to be right here in this patch. We'll be harvesting out some of these trees and then building our main town center, utilizing this crossroads of the King's Road. As more of a central location, we might have our church and a trade post here, and then build out from there. One thing I like about this region, there is a little bit of a hill here we could put a manor at, or we could go all the way back in the corner with this nice row of cliffs and have a little bit more natural. And with the salt deposit back there, we're going to have traffic that we want to go that direction anyways. But managing is going to be a little difficult with both regions being needy. So I think we're going to commit to that. We'll go ahead and put in a settlers camp. I'm going to put them right along the roadway here and let them kind of get their initial setup on this side of the map, and then as we are established, people are starting to develop happiness, we'll get that going. So keeping the approval rating managed. We'll have the settlers, we'll go right here, and we can spend a little bit more to give them some additional starting resources. That will mean we can build all of our burgage plots right off the bat. We can build our storage buildings. We don't have to wait through some of the earlier stuff, and with the challenging game mode, the neediness of the villagers, I think that's going to be our best bet to try and get really quick, rapid growth. So we're going to spend a little bit more. We have 750 plus, so we have enough to keep a couple of mercenary units for a month or two. Let's go ahead and we'll confirm that. Okay, and we see we've got 238 left, and they have 16 timber. So we'll start off with a logging camp right at the edge of the trees here, and probably on the flat side. You know, we can have it go down the hill. That'll be all right. We'll have a road that connects right across to that, and might as well continue that road into the berries that will be over this way. We're not quite as far in. And let's adjust the curvature a little bit. Yeah. And just like that, we should be in good shape. So we have a hunting camp we can place along the roadway. Okay. And we don't want to cause any migration. Plug that there. We'll have the forager's hut. We see where those berries are at. Great look, and we can, if we wanted to, get a second berry patch later on, develop into that. We're going to want a woodcutter's lodge as well. We'll put that here, and I'll continue this road further into this region. Cut across. Makes sense, it would create a crossroads there. Okay, and let's see, what else do we need? We're going to want our storage building. So we'll have the granary on this side. I'll try and keep this tree on the roadside. So we'll have the granary just behind that. That's wonderful. And we'll have the storehouse right by, we'll put it right by the fire pit. That'll be near the woodcutter's lodge. So we'll be able to store all that firewood. And that leaves us with 8 timber. We can get 8 of the homes built right off the bat. One other factor, we want to bring in a hitching post. And I'll put that, if we can, right here without demolishing the tree. That's going to be wonderful. That looks great. For residential, we'll see there's not a great spot for a well right there, but we can probably cut across with a roadway. Do a little bit of development in this area. For the starters, they're not going to be too worried about water, but just for planning's sake, let's say we'll bring it across here. Now, we can fit a well just on the, we'll put it on the outside here. Not quite sure what we're going to develop inside here, but I think it's going to be vegetable gardens and some other quick early burgage plots to get folks going. So we have seven timber available. Let's put priority on high priority for the logging, highest priority for the storehouse and the granary. And we'll also do a highest priority on the hitching post. They have yeah, a good amount of food, 40 bread and 40 firewood, so we can hold off a little bit on the woodcutter's lodge. Actually, it would make sense that the woodcutter's lodge would go on the outside. Just reposition a few of these. Before they build, it's okay to drop some things. Okay, we'll have the woodcutter's lodge, and then we'll have the storehouse right across from that. And I think that might make the most sense to face this side of the road. To turn off snap to grid, maybe we'll get it right up to the corner. Yeah. Okay. Bump that priority. And with the 7 homes, we're going to go ahead and we'll commit a few right off of the bat. I know we're going to want to kind of extend this out for a garden this direction down the hill. That makes perfect sense. We're going to leave this much space here. That's a 2-size plot. So we'll go from this corner up to about that snapping point, but I will continue it just far enough that we get, yeah, 4. And down to 3. Those will be double-sized plots. I like having the 4. Even though you get more people, you get more backyard extension plot use there. And what I'll do is I'll set 1 placeholder, so it's a single burgage plot right now. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in a vegetable plot, just like that. And it's going to be a huge one. Double-sized burgage plot space. And let's make sure we're right up to about where that road crosses in. And we can go a little further out, just, yeah. That will be a great starting plot. We also have 100 regional wealth to kick off with, which is a much better deal. Okay. We'll snap, so we've demolished that placeholder in the middle. We've got our 4 plots. And we could go down to 3. But we're 1 timber shy, so if we go in the middle, just the snapping points not being perfectly lined up does create a little bit of problem, but we'll manage. We'll get 2 extra right there, and then we can fill in the remaining 2 as we get going. So we'll put that as a medium. Okay. While they are going to build over there, let's go ahead and discuss where we want our priorities here in Wildfield. So we got our woodcutter's lodge. We have some additional living spaces over here that have not been completed. We have a well that we need to probably boost priority. A charcoal kiln. We've got a storehouse that's being built. Forester's hut, woodcutter's lodge. We've got a saw pit, logging camp, and a forester's hut here. Good options for both, and of course some logging roads that go and stretch throughout that region. We're gonna just keep this replenished with forestry huts and do our logging in that area. We have widened out the roads; those look good. So as we start looking at the upgrades for the wooden church, we need roof tiles and we need planks. We have planks covered. It's the roof tiles that are going to be our problem. Okay, so we're going to pull up our industry. We're going to look at the clay furnace, and we're going to put another mine. We have enough space to put another mine right in the kind of closer area, and the roof tile clay furnace needs 6 logs, planks. Okay, and we see they have a timber reserve, they have a plank reserve. We got 2 people working there, so hopefully they'll be able to produce. And the one thing they're also going to want as we start upgrading, let's see, we can do some adjustments on our marketplace. We're currently at 2 and 3. Food variety is a little limited, which has me wondering, we have a lot of vegetables, berries, and eggs. So why is it only we got berries and vegetables, no eggs and no meat? So we might need to just bump up our storehouse, our granary. How are those doing? Capacity-wise, we're looking great. We're going to assign one more person to each, and that will help supply. And we see planks are another limiter. So storehouse and Roheloch ready to go. I'll assign a person there to pull and take care of those in. The hitching post, we'll bring in another ox. And before I relocate anything, let them finish off this. Okay. Charcoal kiln is ready to go. We see we got 3 months of fuel. 8 months of food. Got 2 people assigned to the charcoal kiln, so that's going to take our existing firewood. We'll start ramping that up into charcoal. That should be good. The mining pit is full. What are you people doing? Waiting, transporting. I'll take off all the reserves. And I've just struggled here with the saw pit. They have plenty of timber to work, but nobody's doing any work, and that, I think, is just a bug, which is unfortunate. Okay, and Roheloch, so we have the hunting camp. It's ready to go. We have burgage plots that are coming in. We'll go ahead and commit a vegetable garden. We'll get 2 people working on our logging camp. I'm going to set the region to focus. Of course, zoom out a little bit too far. We want them to go on this side of the road only. Don't go encroach on the opposite side. Okay, and a woodcutter's lodge. We've got plenty of fuel for what we're currently working with. I want to keep one person available to keep the granary actually going. Pull those resources in. To be honest, I think a wonderful location for a storehouse, or sorry, for a marketplace would be right here. If I go this angle, that will probably keep things a little bit more squared up along the roadside. 33 stalls, gonna look great on that side. Probably a little overkill for what they need. Got 1 timber, we're gonna wait up till 4. Got 1 month down. Just waiting to commit these last 2 burgage plots here. Have 1 person who's homeless. Very quickly onto the positive side, thanks to the additional timber we're starting off with. Two more planks, 2 more logs to get these next homes built. Then we can relocate our homeless people's camps. Since things are all pulled together, we'll pull folks out. We'll put the 2 extra folks on berries and just build up that excess. Make sure we get right on the corner, and just like that. Excellent work. Okay. The next factory we want to build is a saw pit. I will put that right behind the, probably right behind the storehouse. Makes sense. Go there. Additional timber. That way we'll be able to get some backyard extensions that will support our ongoing food production. Everyone's set. Settlement level has been increased. Make sure we have one livestock permanently assigned there. And I want to relocate this just right next to these other, on the outside of where we're going to develop. We'll have another vegetable garden in here. Okay, and the saw pit is ready to go. And for Roheloch, we really have a couple of options. So first, our wild berries are seasonal. We got, that's a rich deposit. Wild animals will do okay. We know we've got the salt deposit there, but, you know, being a meat producing area, we probably are going to have some need for, you know, probably a sheep, you know, farming and meat production industry. So if we were to get our trapping and advanced skinning, doubling the meat production of the hunters, butchers, and the animal pen, we could extend that supply even further, having meat through the sheep breeding, and then also using the butchers for sausage production. So we have a few options there. Passive income of meat right off the bat wouldn't be terrible. I know a deep mining maybe in the future is something we might want to spec into. We're not going to touch salt for a while. We could use sheep breeding right off the bat with some of the extra wealth we've got. Bring in a few sheep and let them start multiplying. Get that early stock. Yeah. Trapping for the additional meat production. I think trapping is going to be, you know, it's going to keep our current hunter camp busy better. And then if we go and double our meat production there, that will be more effective. We can double the wild berries with a single development point. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think we're going to commit that and do, we'll do sheep breeding. This region will be fully committed to meat production. So go ahead and unlock that. Happy with it. They're at 49% approval rating, so that's good. We have basically everything except the saw pit that is ready to go. We're relocating the one hitching post. And we see we've got 2 people here. We're going to pull 1 person out and put you in the granary. Make sure we got a good food variety. And they're going to want a firewood depot. Okay. We have 13 months of food, so I want to pull you off of the berries here. And make sure we've got somebody on the Woodcutter's Lodge. And then we can wait for some of the other extensions until after we get some of that happiness going. And we have a good amount of meat, berries, and bread. 3 different sources of food. The marketplace food variety should be satisfied. The only thing we don't have is a church and the level 1 clothing supply. Church and level 1 clothing supply. Okay, so we'll let them grow until we see Roheloch get a new settler. I think maybe October. That'll be great. Over here in Wildfield now. Let's see, we've got the well and granary finished. Okay, that's excellent news. Let's take a look at what the people here are doing. We got a warehouse worker. I want to reassign you to a granary right here. Okay, and a forager. Okay. You guys, you're a carpenter and a hunter. Alright, that carpenter we're gonna have in the granary instead. And you, we have you as the blacksmith. That is just embarrassing. Alright, people here. That's good. One thing we do want to make sure we've got herbs going. Okay. And you are a firewood cutter. So we know there's a few buildings right here that need production assigned. Let's go ahead and bring them in. Okay. Everybody that's here should have a local job. Okay. And you're going to be at the forager's hut. You are going to be probably at the tannery, maybe? We'll have you at the hunting camp. You guys will be forager's hut because it's a seasonal. The second family will be at the tannery since it'll be kind of hit and miss as far as our workload requirements. We have 2 people here, and you guys are going to be the granary workers. And that way, we will have this area, everybody's assigned, they're locked in, which will be great. You're going to also get, we'll put a chicken coop back here. They have a well that's supplying them. They need, you know, they're not happy with the food levels. I am going to throw in a small marketplace just so that they have some outlet for their goods. But again, trying to preserve as much of this natural look over here as we can. We just have 6 stalls. That's gonna be great. I think they'll be happy there. Okay, that area will be taken care of. We have a storehouse that needs some people working it. Okay, we have a woodcutter's lodge here. That probably is good. We got planks that are going now, finally. We got our iron ore, iron slabs are being produced. We'll watch the balance there. We see our storehouse here, granary here. We're gonna manage those a little bit more out of the manor first, and then we'll have a marketplace set up in the center of town. We have plenty now. We should be able to, let's get that clay furnace committed, and we'll have that just on the outside here. And I'll pull this road in up to about here, and then we'll cross in. I think that'll be good. A nice balance. We'll get the first clay furnace going. We'll see what we want to develop around here. I think I like having the trees. It would break up a little bit of that industry that's happening in the back. Now that leaves us with 1 plank. So we'll continue to develop those. Clay furnace we'll set as our highest priority. And just watch what other construction is happening back here. So we have foresters' huts, we have woodcutter's lodge, logging camps. We have some homes that are available. And I'm going to micromanage some of these just to make sure we have these people living here. That will have... Okay, they're a granary worker. We're going to have you do the charcoal kiln. You're going to do the charcoal kiln. We have 1 person living here. You're going to be working up on the woodcutter's lodge. Okay, nobody else up here yet. Okay. 3 available living spaces. I know this one we can expand into a double. Okay, vegetable gardens. Okay. Additional chicken coops. We're going to spend some of that regional wealth. Good passives. And not enough planks. Alright. It's fine. We're preparing over here. We might do a few more homes on the close side of this crossroads before that tree line. We'll tie things in together. Or we might build out over this way. There's no current, but that would be a kind of smarter area to do that. We have 3 months of fuel, which is firewood and a lot of charcoal now. And we'll just assign 1 of the extra folks there. Have the saw pit over here. And we're going to have a logging camp. Keep that going. Okay. Let's see, along this road, no more planks yet. We'll keep the planks in supply. And head back over to Roheloch, where we see not enough clothing variety, church level 2 low, market food variety is good, so we're on a negative trend. Let's go ahead and we have one person in the logging camp. We have the church that they'd like, so that's 5 timber and 20 planks. Let's pull you out of the storehouse. Okay. Gotta keep the food variety going. 13 months of food, all of that, doing well. We're gonna trick them into a little bit more happiness. So let's get the saw pit set up. Woodcutter's Lodge. We definitely need the fuel, so we'll keep them going. I will set the region for the Woodcutter's Lodge. In between. Let's make sure we're not extending too far out. Okay. And we could potentially, let's see what we got over here. We have hides, we don't have any leather being produced. So we'll be balancing through there. And with planks coming in, we're going to reserve those for the church. We've got to get 16 planks and 10 clay roof tiles. We should be able to manage that pretty quickly. We see 104 clay. Very well. For level 2, they want additional church levels. They want additional clothing, so they need shoes, clothing, cloaks. Sadly, our leather production is a little on the low side. So we need to get probably a small crop of sheep. Okay. We have one available living space here in Wildfield. We see, right, we're paying tithing, we're getting taxed. Still 475 regional wealth, good approval rating. Okay. Let's go ahead and start. We got 2 available people doing some of this construction. Tavern needs 4 planks. Where did I just use those up at? They're being used at the... probably at the joiner's shop. Okay. I like the idea of having a spur road out here. We're going to start developing kind of in towards the center. This will be some of our more ritzy neighborhoods. But yeah, that tavern, definitely a priority. And finding a few areas where the tree line behind would be helpful. Right here, right, preserving that natural tree cover looks good. We have one right there that could be really nice incorporation, I think. Yeah, and that might lend itself to a good side road. We went this direction instead. Let's go a little crazy and plop it right there in the middle with a bunch of these trees around it. A nice little corner nook. Right at the... right at that corner. Great. Okay. And from here... we have one crossroad. Just a little on the inside. Keep most of those trees intact. It's a very strange development right there, but I think we would have a bit of a marketplace in this area. connects across. And yeah, that'll be great. The place is right next to it. We'll see what's available. So if we go here, just to the back, that's a single versus a double. I get not quite up to the road. Tie that in. Same, it's gonna just snap over. Okay. And that could make a good brewery. Or we could leave it open. Let's see about this direction instead. Do a single. Yeah. Some of the snapping is going to go a little crazy. Turn it on. Turn that off. Not a great angle where we get exactly what I want. On the backyard extension plot. But honestly, a marketplace right here would be actually pretty ideal, and we don't have to worry about odd shaped spaces or anything. We'll bring it across here, there. 21 stalls. That looks excellent. Let's see if we have... Oh, we do have a water feature right there. Actually, before we commit that marketplace, let's get the well. Fit right on the corner. Looks like it does. And then we'll build that marketplace around it. Storehouse. And we'll even from the corner. Might be fine. 22 stall locations, 17, 21. Maximizing that a little bit. Any other configurations where we get an extra? Okay. So that'll be a great. We got a marketplace, a little bit of a hill for the tavern. We'll have. Yeah, if we go to our industrial, put a malt house back here on the crossroads. We don't want them right on the King's Road. Maybe it would make sense to have them here. Bit of an angle though. And if we go right there, I should be able to have enough space for backyard extension. That will work. I'll just bring the snapping down a little bit. Barely inside what we need. Yeah, that'll be a great brewery. With the marketplaces there, we've got the tavern. Well, yeah, they've already constructed it, so that's quite interesting. I like how it looks. Malt house will bump up in priority, and then we'll do a couple of burgage plots just along here to lock in this development. So on the curve, if you start from the left side, snap to a building, it doesn't want to follow the curves as you're building. So if you start from the opposite side where you want to kind of let it curve around, we'll do a little bit. And we see we got 2 plots right there. We go just to right about there. That would be okay. I'm gonna double. I like having the 2 spaces and just deep enough that both have their own backyard extension. And then here from that corner in now, we should be good to go. Snap this to this point. We have 3 just at right. That's just almost enough for 3 versus 4. I think they'd have a little bit better space here. And we're going to construct those, but I'm going to take this one right here. I'm going to demolish it, and we're going to do a very small backyard feature with that snapping. I don't want to get rid of too many of those trees, so let's snapping along here. We're going to need the snapping. I could probably do a little bit of vegetable gardening. I think we'll check how this one turns out. Vegetable garden behind the row of trees, nice and shaded area, so they pick some adequate crops for that. And that kind of starts the center of what should be a very beautiful central town square area. Okay, our tavern, we're going to pause for now, and I'm going to set up to start importing barley. So barley, import, and let's say we want a surplus of 50. This is one of those trades we're going to be bringing in, so let's establish a trade route, commit to it, because we are going to want to have a good ongoing supply of that. Our clay furnace is ready to go, so let's set that and watch our clay roof tiles for our church level, which we need to get up to level 10. Some of these down here we can commit to artisan plots, maybe. Gotta upgrade them first. You know, these we can do. We could do more chicken coops. We have a good amount of planks being produced now, but let's balance out the rest of the industry. We have iron ore, iron slab. Okay. Just need to focus on growth for a bit. Okay. I just love that. Trees around the tavern. Very, very cinematic. Go appreciate for a moment. Of course, right as a cloud comes over. We'll probably have, we can even leave like a flax field in the center there. Capture a nice screenshot. Post that one up to like Reddit. Okay. Okay. So the malt house is our highest priority. The burgage plot here will be a high priority, since that will be our first. We'll set these as low. Okay, Wildfield, we got new families moving in. Just as we have time for these. Okay, cool. So, we're going to need to watch as we get the roof tiles produced. Over here, how we looking to Roheloch? Okay. That saw pit is done, so let's set people to work. What are we going to need for the church? We're going to need 20. So let's go, we'll go 30 planks total. Let them run. Okay. Approval rating, at 45%. It's a little tough. Can manage with that. Okay, we're going to pull you off the hunting camp. Berries are shrinking right now. Put you into the logging camp and get more timber in to help support that. We do have space over here now. We can develop, put a couple of burgage plots in between, do maybe a split garden between two homes rather than one big double home plot. We have the wealth for it, so that will be good. They've got planks coming in now. I think, yeah, having a church on this side, right next to the market, as long as it's got the right angle. The way the church's face here, I wish was a little bit better customized. So, let's see, food variety is doing well. As soon as we get to those 20 planks, I'll pull one person off the logging camp and let them start building the church. So that's going to be one of the other factors. Homelessness is going away. Fuel should be once the church is built. We'll commit to that. We got 12 months of 29 months of fuel now. 12 months of food. I can pull you out of the Woodcutter's Lodge. Let you help with. We'll do the storehouse. Right. And one more batch of planks. Okay. So, church will go right about here, recessed back from the road. Oh, that's gonna look great. And you kind of connect in those natural roads it tries to bring. Just out of that plot. And yeah, I think they're gonna be very happy with that. We have one person available from the logging camp now, and that should address most of our needs. The church is our highest priority, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put in a tannery back here by the Hunter's Lodge. I like to put them right next to each other, that way from the tannery it goes, hunting camp goes right into the tannery. Okay. How are we looking over here? Not quite. Not quite there. We got 97 timber, 30 planks, so that's great. 6 available homes being built. Let's go ahead and get some folks committed to another little couple of plots here. I'm going to keep this space open for additional charcoal kilns. And as it gets kind of cut through, we'll have on the inside here, they'll be supplied by the same group of marketplace there. 3 homes there. Two homes there, so that'll be 5. And we can expand that if we need to. Okay. We're looking better. Food 4 months, fuel 7, or food 7 months, fuel 4 months. We are getting in some barley. Let's just look. Do we have 2 horses? We don't. So I'm going to order up another horse. There we go. Not enough stable space. Oh. Okay, well let's fix that as well. Logistics, we've got a hitching post. Does it make sense? We'd probably have a hitching post here by the tavern. Yeah, across the way. We'll put 2 there. And we can also upgrade some of the existing hitching posts to be small stables. Commit those 3. This one, I'm not sold on. We're not going to relocate it just yet. That Woodcutter's Lodge is fine. Okay. Watch that development as we go. All of our food production right now is kind of on pause. We got 11 months of food, 29 months of fuel. Looking really, really great. Okay, the Woodcutter's Lodge is done. Pull you out of the saw pit, since we don't need that anymore. We're going to put you into the logging camp. Actually, we'll pull you out of the logging camp and help you, let you help build. Get the church going. Just 4% down right now. So, a couple of good months. We'll see some growth. Burning on through. We got 2 families working on construction. They're just moving goods back and forth. Got somebody in the storehouse, somebody in the granary. And up in March, we're going to have to commit some folks over to our forager's hut. Should be okay there. Got a good surplus of timber now. We have enough planks to manage some backyard extensions, and I'll actually commit a few of those.
This is heavier than it looks.
That's gonna be our chicken coop. Actually, we're gonna go... Yeah, we can go with the animal pens early. To keep meat going. Just really tie into that synergy. We'll do a couple of chicken coops, just to keep some variety going. Watch as the church finishes construction.
Keep your half warm. Come one, come all. Feast your
There you
eyes.
go. Wooden church is done. And we're going to put one person into the hunting camp, get some of that meat production going back up. About out of our bread, so getting some of the other food sources is going to be crucial. And as we get through March, that's when we need to really double down and get a couple of people working this berry patch to maximize it. Church level now should be on the positive side. Wildfield, the well has been constructed, so that's great. We have our malt house. I'm going to put one person in. This burgage plot, we're going to leave available. This one, alright. You see. Oh, beautiful. A vegetable garden, and I bet you this is going to be the person who works at the tavern. They've got that nice little fence in the back. What a great cinematic story there. Yeah. That's wonderful. Just embracing some of the natural, like, old growth and tree variety, rather than having the forester put in there. Kind of in-betweener stuff. Okay. 1 available living space, 10 going after. We're at 83% positive approval rating here in Wildfield. I'm just looking, we are just about, yeah, our spears are good to go. I'm going to take this blacksmith and switch them instead. What do we have in excess of? Yeah. I'm going to switch them over to iron parts. We can export iron parts as well as our tools. And we'll set that up. We have our 2 horses. Right, both are good to go. And under the commodities, the iron parts, I think, were... Oh, they're in crafting materials. I want to say we're going to export. That's going to cost us 81. But, great export price. 1 iron slab converts to 2 iron parts. So for every iron slab, we are exporting for 12. I want to say we want a surplus of, we'll call it 20. Because if we get a bowyer's shop for crossbows, they will be using iron parts as well as planks in our production. We see we're out of planks again. How are we looking as far as... We're like 5 large shields away. So that's gonna, especially with the spears being completed, we'll slow down our production there. And we're actually pretty good as far as people. Then we can work on getting a bowyer's shop. Any of these available for upgrades? The small stone church, we just need planks, and we'll get that upgraded pretty quickly, actually. Just about to the point we're going to be able to work on some of our other materials. And since I do like to do this, I'm going to put a shrine right in this corner. We'll have kind of a square area that plug in a field. Even though it's terrible yields here. one probably about this deep on either side. And, okay, that'll be great. We'll set this as flax, even though it's going to have terrible yield. Once we get a farm in, they'll be able to put a nice flowered area here and kind of a green space at the end of this corridor. And then we'll have burgage plots lining the sides. Yeah, see that? Just deep enough. From here, here. And even though, yeah, we can fit 3 technically. 4 technically. I'll go with 3 just so they have a little bit larger lot size here. I can work on development. And bring in a few. We'll keep some additional space in between, maybe. Don't need to develop everything around there. It probably has a road across from about right there. Okay, wonderful. And getting a little crazy with the burgage plot setups here. I did a single. We could fit 3 families there. That might actually be alright. Let's go from this corner instead. Yeah, that's good. And then probably rotating a few things here. I'll decide later on if I want to develop this or leave it more as a community space. I might be able to place something thematic. Then have along this road. Right. Three burgage plots. They'll have some backyards that we'll manage in between. We'll keep this road active. Turn off that snapping.
Summer's coming soon.
Okay. What do we see here on the... nothing new for Roheloch. Let's go see what they're up to. Okay, 54% approval rating. We should see April with a new family coming in, and we see 16 months of food, 28 months of fuel, and we're gonna put 1 person here. We'll add an herb garden. Our hunting camp, we'll pull you out. Put you a 2nd person on the forager set just to make sure they're seasonal. Just about to start growing, right? Spring, March, April, and May. We have hides, so we want somebody working at the tannery on the leather. I'd pull you out here. Tough. Where can we spare somebody? Yeah, with as few people as we have right now, we'll go... Wow. Hey. Tannery. Good. Okay. It just wasn't updating there or something. Okay. We have forager set. We'll put 1 more person on that. Got somebody working the tannery. We've got marketplace, pretty well supplied. So that should be enough to push us into the positives. And then we'll build this area here. What I'll probably end up doing is having a row of homes here. We'll do a couple here, and then a vegetable garden that kind of tees off that direction. And we got 29 timber, 16 planks. Everybody's got their assignments. Good to go. Okay. Here, we've got 9 available living spaces, 14 being constructed. This, you are ready for your upgrades, so our brewery coming in. Tavern worker here. Yeah, that looks great. I'm actually really, really happy with how this thing turned out. You're getting a chicken coop. You're getting a chicken coop. A little odd shape there, but wonderful. Okay. And if I connect across from here, out to about right there, is that enough for backyard plots on everybody? Yep. And I set here down to go from this corner up instead. Okay. That's 3 plots. I could do 2 double-sized plots, maybe. And yeah, if I take one of these, I'll go with 3. I want to take the middle one and use that, and we'll just have a vegetable garden along here. Good use of the space. And then we can continue to build off this way, I think. Based on how deep we would need to go, we would have maybe a road that comes out in the middle. And we'll look at that. But these are all going to be our prime options for level 3 burgage plots. Right in the center of town. We're going to leave this open. I'm not quite sure what to do with it yet, but I'm going to leave something cinematic. You get a chicken coop. Go ahead and assign chicken coops elsewhere, where it would make sense. Okay. We have those. Everybody's happy. We got 7 available folks. And we should have, yep, upgrading that to a small stone church. What are the other factors here for our level 2? We need to get some artisans that, the tavern, we're going to have our brewery coming in. We need additional clothing. So we just spent all of our planks, sadly. And Roheloch, we do have a new family, which is wonderful news. Let's go ahead and we'll build along. I'm probably going to go to about right here. Right. But manage from the corner to there. Okay. Good amount of homes. The angle that's creating is a little odd. Let's set off snapping. I wish the label was just a little offset where it decides to. A lot of times I find myself, it's just like hiding the spot where it needs to be. Okay, just like that. Okay, we'll have 6 homes, and then when we continue over this way, from this side, a couple of these might take up a vegetable garden spot. And we'll construct them a little bit more precisely as we start going, but for now, we'll have this development. And that will be all of our support for farming, industry, tannery. Our wild animals are doing okay. Have you guys work on that construction for the next home. And then, yeah, we'll just leave these as medium. Okay, 7 available people. What do we need? We've got iron ore, iron slabs, iron parts now. We have a woodcutter's lodge. We're 7 months of food, 7 months of fuel. So we need to look at what our next development objectives are and decide if we're going to get into orchards. I think orchards in this area would be great. Behind the trade post. Maybe even down this way. And some of these that are down here, we just need to get our planks up to speed. 104 timber. 2 people in the saw pit over here. 2 people in each of the forester's huts. Make sure we're just doing gangbusters on that. We have 6 of 10 available stable space. So that's good. We are trading in plenty of barley. We've got malt, some herbs. We need to get in some ale. We're right at the point we can start farming, which will be nice. Let's get you. The brewery extension requires 6 planks. So we'll convert you guys ASAP. As soon as that's done, we'll assign our tavern. Roheloch burgage plots are good to go. Work area is empty. That's fine. Once again, I've got 4 people working the saw pits, but probably not a single one of them. Not doing anything. We're harvesting, we're going home. We have clay that's being produced. We can set up the next person on the clay furnace. We have clay roof tiles. Let's go ahead and set those as a new export. And we want a desired surplus. We'll call it 30, and then we have to get a trade route established for it, but 160 should be okay. I'm going to start pulling people out of here. You guys are okay here. I have 3 available living spaces with 22 being constructed, so should be okay. Our saw pit. Transporting, plowing by hand. Sheesh. That is just really inefficient, and it's gonna drive me crazy. Hey. So we have 5 available living spaces. We got good positive. We got 2 people that are unassigned, so I'm gonna put you guys to work. We got 18 months of fuel, 23 months of food. That food's coming in vegetables, berries, some meat. We got bread and eggs. We actually are still a little bit of bread left, almost a year into our development, so that's great. We know the next is going to be our advanced skinning. I think it would make sense we would start doing trade and getting that ready to go. Alright, some wealth and turning that in for... We go right on the corner there, nice and compact. Let's get an additional hitching post. We can upgrade that to a small stable. I think that'll look great where it's at. These folks, yeah, definitely looking for upgrades. We don't want to get them too far ahead yet. And we'll put somebody on the hunting camp, make sure that our meat production continues to thrive. We got a bunch. We're gonna have even more, and yeah, we'll be exploiting the salt pretty darn soon. Okay. Some construction activity there for the trade post and the hitching post, and we'll manage those. I think once we get out of the seasonal for the berries, the next family. We're gonna let the next family manage that. Plenty of spaces to live. Okay, storage is full. The charcoal kiln. We got 9 months of food, 7 months of fuel. So that's great news. We don't see any planks going, despite the fact that there are 4 people working it. That's just frustrating. Okay, most of our Emmer field is now cleared up, so Won't feel bad about expanding into that. Small stone church is good. Yeah. These folks really got to get on the ball. Unassign and reassign people, maybe different assignments will help. Okay. Jeez. No more timber, no more logging at all. We have 138 stored up, and nobody is doing any of that. Get me to that saw pit, please. I may go and just... Roheloch, we got number 8. They've got the trading post done. So we can go look at this. We have 23 months of food. That's a whole ton of berries. So if we export berries, and we want a surplus of 100, we'll start generating some regional wealth there. We're down to 10, so it makes perfect sense. Haven't even put the animals in the pens yet. Okay. And we know we need stone for the manor. We've got a stone cutter's camp we can place right here. Queue it up there. July, we got a new person ready to go, so... Right. I am going to do a quick save and reload of the game because this is just maddening. We have 4 people that should be working the saw pit, but nobody at all is doing any work on it right now. And that's just killing our industry. It's killing our production for our militia. And I think it's a bug within the game that's driving that. And I'm, yeah, it's unfortunate. So I'm gonna do a quick save and reload. I'll be right back. All right, loaded back in, and hopefully things will settle out. Now, I do notice one thing: we have 9 available workers. I'm gonna just hope it might be that the logging camp up here is not occupied, and that's causing some problems moving logs back and forth. We also know we have some stable space available, so I'm going to hire some more ox. Bring those in. One other aspect, I know we want to, now that we've got some regional wealth, we're going to start trading on those roof tiles and let that help generate revenue. With the revenue generating, the manor, I want to bring that tax up to about 10%. Okay. Hopefully that won't impact our... approval rating too much, but then yeah, just managing through. We got 7 more, so let's make sure we got logging camp here fully supplied, the woodcutter's lodge, the charcoal kiln. Put somebody on the storehouse here, and one other aspect, I'm gonna put another charcoal kiln in. I think we're at that point. Our fuel at 6 months, food's at 8 months, which we're managing okay, but yeah, a lot of vegetables, a lot of berries, good amount of eggs, but meat is a little bit low. We might start bringing in animals, and that's going to be in the form of probably our sheep breeding program. So we have a lot of available space that's not going to be used for farming. Our stonecutters camp off on the edge. Yeah, that's good. Speaking of, let's see how Roheloch is doing. We have our stonecutters camp that's still in construction. But let's go ahead and pivot and start planning a little bit for our future. We know we've got our salt and our clay on this side. We carry this King's Road through and cut through that gap. I want to bring this road all the way along here, kind of hugging that tree line. We'll probably end right here, more or less. Be good. Wildfield, burgage plots are done. Storehouse is full.
Another beam coming up.
Just see if we got anything. 140 timber with 1 plank. Joiner shop. We're working on our large shields. And our militia, we're looking okay. We're just missing 3 large shields for this. See a lot of income coming in, so that's good. Hopefully the taxation at 10% isn't going to cause us too much of a negative approval impact. So, worth keeping an eye out for. That is just frustrating. We can't get any of these planks built. Maybe it's a construction priority thing, or it's just not enough livestock. We'll balance things out. I know right now with just 7 oxen, the large amount of distance they've got to travel is probably a big factor there. But sadly, I just look at who's here. They're waiting, they're guiding the ox. I want to unassign and reassign people, see if that helps. Gotta be a bug, right? There's no way that it's that dumb. Toggling assignments. Right. Stonecutter's camp is finished. We'll get a person assigned there. Oh, hey, we do have a new villager that settled that area. Stocks are damaged. Wow, I'd love to be able to upgrade my storehouses, but yeah, I don't have planks to do it. Okay, we're gonna order a new ox. I have 1 livestock dedicated there. That's great. Okay, folks are working. Charcoal kiln is finished. Make sure we're good on our fuel supply. Just really crank that out. We got firewood. And that's probably overkill. We do 2 and 2. And alright, hey, we're getting planks produced. Finally. Watch that. Not quite enough. And it might be the distance we are traveling again. That definitely getting more ox will help the logistics situation. 9, that's enough. We're gonna get our brewery. I'll make sure this person, they're a forester, but we're gonna reassign them to the small tavern. Let's see, alright, storehouse and granary need work. That. Okay. The granary there. A storehouse over here. Nothing else for the granaries. I'll assign you just as soon as we've got a little bit more space. Pretty tapped on our food variety right now. Okay. Over in Roheloch, what do we need here? Got 2 available living spaces. I want to put you, we're at 7 months of fuel. 1 family's going into the woodcutter's lodge. 1 available living space, so let's get some burgage plots constructed. I don't like the idea of having a keyhole plot here. If that's deep enough on those 2 snapping points, or the double wide plot, that'll be great. Okay. And yeah, we got... Ooh. quite enough for... Have that with some additional living space, maybe? Right at the edge of where we get that third space. It's an interesting one. Yeah. That could be an interesting, get some bonus living. Keep that in mind. Then, yeah, snapping. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, we'll set that as the highest priority. We'll commit a little garden plot there. This row, now we're going to have plenty of meat production with our sheep breeding. So I think we're going to keep going with chicken coops for these. Just so we maximize that variety, and that's as many planks as we have. Okay. Good amount of regional wealth generating over here as well. So, good. I'll be happy with this little settled corner of civilization. There we have some upgrades. We have level 2. We need 3 more upgrades.
We all know what that means.
We got 1 in progress, 2 and 3. That should settle all of our demands, and just keep the planks flowing. That's the main problem right now. But looks like we're more or less resolved. We just need 2 more large shields. We could be kind of close if we wanted to pull in. As long as we get a surplus of planks, then we can switch the blacksmith back over. But, alas. Okay, Roheloch, burgage plots are done. Go for the vegetable garden. Right there, love it. Get into October, somebody will move in. We'll expand the living space there, get a second person in it. Oh my goodness. And look at that. The Baron is trying to claim Wildfield. So let's go see how we can manage this. First, in Wildfield, we have... Oh, we're just 1 spear shy. Okay. For our armies, I mean, our retinue is pretty small. We haven't really upgraded them at all. Let's see what we can get for militia. The huntsmen, who are going to be crossbowmen, they are going to arrive in Schachspitz. These guys, the Wayward Sons in Roheloch. These guys in Kleinau. That's going to be... We can definitely afford Kleinau and Roheloch. 250 is really, really steep. But we could have them start claiming our yeah. We're going to hire... So basically that would be like 400... 250, 360, 405 treasury per month if we had to hire them all. That is rough, rough, rough. These guys would be right on the opposite side of the map. So we'll hire them, try and get them to run in, and Roheloch also. The key is going to be, I think, waiting to press the issue. 1, 2, 3. These are my melee. These 2 are my archers. Let's be. Those guys are going to make sure these guys are running, right? We want to get them there ASAP. And we're going to wait until kind of close to the end of the claim time period. And we're going to resolve it on the battlefield. Don't see where the battlefield ends up being at. Yeah, so we got 155. We can manage that for 2 or 3 months. I'll go ahead and rally my retinue. Just have the available
My lord!
folks doing their thing. We're not going to run. And they're coming in from here. These guys are coming in from here. That's awesome. Okay. Actually, I know... Let's... Since they're off of the borders now... Give them a little bit of time.
My liege! Yes, sire! Run! Yes,
Have you guys come here. You guys are fine with where you're at. Rally them together so that as soon as we declare that we're going to resolve this on the battlefield, the Baron's going to bring in his army, and I think it's going to be a little spooky. You still want to be left all alone, and these guys, yeah. They're coming in with enough aggression, we could be decently outfitted. Okay. So let's go ahead, we're going to resolve this claim on the battlefield. And let's see. Okay. Interesting. So the battle is going to be over in Schachspitz. So let's rally our folks back into the battle region.
march! My liege! Run! Yes, sire!
And he's been spotted. Okay, perfect. He's coming in right in our area. What's his strength there? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units that we're fighting against.
My lord!
We're gonna have you guys line up here in the
Advance!
territory. Just
Yes!
where are those archers at? They're coming right across, so that's gonna be great. Have you guys line up right here, kind of
Move quickly!
draw them into this area. Force them in.
Sire! Men! Yes, sire! Advance!
Okay, route ahead of him.
Men! Advance, sire! Stand
Okay,
down!
everybody here.
The infantry!
Stand their ground. We're gonna have our archers.
Run!
One crew there. Let's have you guys over here.
Sire! March! March! My lord!
My retinue will come in and just have them be kind of the strategic. They're kind of expensive,
Men!
but we have our
Forward! March!
militia.
My lord! My liege! Advance! Your orders! Yes! March! Advance! Sire! Yes, sire!
I sent one of these units up to harass his archers.
Destroy them! Advance to battle!
Okay.
Destroy them! Fire! Fire!
These guys are set to fire at will.
Men! Forward! Your orders! Move quickly! Run! Move quickly! Pick up the pace! Move quickly! Quickly! Run! Your orders! Advance! March! March!
Okay. And this will just be a straight head to toe-to-toe. Duke him up, shoot him up here.
March! Yes! March! Men!
Guys are gonna go help your friends.
Your orders! Men!
We have, okay, we got a shield wall for these guys.
Shield to shield! My liege, sire! Men!
They're already engaged. These guys, too fatigued to run. We're not gonna do shield wall here.
Forward! Advance! Sire! Yes, sire! Kill them! To battle!
quickly. Divulging into chaos. We've got two different battle arenas happening here.
My lord! Forward! Forward! Yes, sire! Men! Master! Advance! My lord! Yes, sire! Yes, sire! Attack!
Okay. My retinue is getting just wrecked right now. Hey, who's in the best position to go after these guys? It's my shield wall guys. I want to just form back up over here. You guys got to go here. We are distracting his archers.
Yes, sire! My liege! Destroy them! Attack! Men! Forward! My liege! Attack! My liege!
And we're trying to attack there. That's good, that's good. These guys back here.
Kill them! Men!
I go for this side. Okay, support here. Hey, we're probably kicking his butt right now, at least. That's kind of amidst the chaos. I've lost my entire retinue, which is unfortunate. 32 to 28. Good, good. We broke his retinue. We can just collapse on these guys. Okay. Victory has been declared. That is awesome. And in just enough time, these guys are right at the end of their contracts, so we can disband them. Disband you. Bring our dudes home. And yeah, sadly we lost our entire retinue. No upgrades on it, so... And hey, while we're out, we had a number of our burgage plots ready to upgrade, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna commit a cobbler's workshop. And this one on the end, that's the brewery. We have... What are we in need of? Okay. 1 and 2, just about ready. Hey. You guys back. Okay. We need more large shields and spears. We can probably do a third spear militia. Okay. A lot of requirements not met, which is unfortunate. We have this marketplace out there, which, well, I don't disagree with being a priority. Let's go ahead and get some other stuff going. The granary here, those are always just temporary. Sign another family and expand that granary. Okay, we've got a marketplace here, so we need more in the storehouse. I think, yeah, with construction priorities we're managing, that doing better, doing a lot better. We'll add more capacity there. One more to get that next development point. And let's see here, in Roheloch, we got 3 available living spaces. 5 available living spaces. Let's see where we want. The Stonecutter's Camp. We've harvested all the stone from that area. And I do think the manor would love to sit right up on this hillside in the corner. The most cinematic of locations. We need 20 planks to do it, so I'm going to assign somebody to the saw pit. We'll make sure we get somebody else in the logging camp. And just checking, we got 16 months of food, 10 months of fuel. Wonderful. We got 349 regional wealth, so those are all going to be great features for our ongoing community. Our wild animals are being managed. Our berries are... we can actually pull... I'm going to go down to 1 person. Keep 1 just so that we can keep the herbs. And we'll wait until we get 20 planks and commit that manor. Okay. Family's moving into Roheloch. 75, 76% approval rating. Alright, Wildfield has upgraded. With 4 available living spaces, I'm gonna go put 1 and 2. Really get our production going. Let's go check out Wildfield. Alright, so this burgage plot, what do we have? That's being constructed. Got our cobbler's shop. We have our small tavern. I could upgrade that. Oh, but we're out of planks. Big surprise. A bowyer's workshop is going to require planks. That's going to be our biggest Achilles heel right now, is the number of planks we need that are not being addressed. But let's go ahead and look at our next development. We see we're 2,000 iron ore left on our mining. We have 18 available living space, so plenty of that going around. We're not gonna be able to get orchards in and stocked up right away. Sheep breeding is a good option for good food variety. We don't have any of the other areas to really bring in. It could be that we import lamb, export the sheep. That could be a way that we manage this. Tough calls, tough calls. What can we utilize right away? And right away, we're seeing a food issue. Orchardry and sheep breeding both will be long term, I think. And even with the 15 people, that's like 7 months. I think it makes sense. We'll go commit some orchards right now. And I've got some space kind of set aside. I was going to plan on developing in this region. And hopefully have enough space to do some really great large orchard plots. And we had the one that Stonecutter's Camp was more or less just a placeholder area. We're not going to have a full commitment there. Okay. So back behind the trade, we don't really need to have much in the way there. If I go and set a handful of... I want to start at the center. We're going to plan on having apiaries out in this direction and a storehouse. And if I were to go along this tree line for those resources, right? Yeah. We could do that. Okay. So we'll have, definitely want a granary or two, and it'll kind of be tucked into the trees. Probably just start with the one, have that be devoted to like apples and such. Keeping a space open for apiaries. Probably be a little bit more organic with the. We want to divide this area kind of into thirds. Maybe even not that much. Right. Bring these in. And if we take and put a roadside here, I think we could do a couple of burgage plots. Let's do this. I'm gonna just plot out enough to do a double size. As deep as we need to go to get the right about there. Okay. We'll have these orchard properties that we then build our roads and guides around. We'll get the placeholders down. Okay. So with the roads coming in around the corners, that should be okay. We'll have that right there, about right there. Okay. That's gonna be kind of an odd shape, but I think we'll still be exactly what we want with it. Right. Snap those tight. Okay, and just kind of building our guide roads along the sides so we know what we're going to bound our plots with. Open up the width here, just enough. Bring that curvature out so it smooths around. Okay, now we'll get the road this side. Let's see if we can get that snap in when we build it. All right. This will be a very interesting plot. We're gonna have a hard time getting it all the way around, but from the inside corner, way out to about right there. One. That's about as good as we could expect, given the odd space this is occupying. And I will actually take this road, this corner, since it's gonna just clamp it anyways. Build that along. Now, bring that down. Perfect. Great looking plot. It's a very odd thing we're doing here with these shapes, but I think it'll make sense as we get some additional stuff working. And of course, a well is going to be a key feature in this area. Okay, demolish this one. We'll expand that out. And these will be our first orchard plots. Kind of taking up this space and bringing in some of the natural border areas. And wonderful. Gotta love that. Very large plots. Each of them are going to be a double-sized plot. And really utilizing the most we can of that space. Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, let's get over here. I'm gonna redo this road. I think it's just a little bit too harsh on that angle. Okay, but if we go from here and that inside corner to right there. That is okay. We can also try and remove this road over here. Force it out a little more. We try and get just a curve right on that edge. Let's see how that does. Trying to enforce snapping a little bit more aggressively. That does really well. We've got an odd kind of line there. I think we're gonna have to just manage with that. That's about as good as we can expect. And if I take now and remove these inner roads that are kind of gripping everything, we'll have some space available for some weird additions, right? Maybe a garden here and there, but certainly apiaries coming and going in each of these corners that'll help with our food production. Well, we'll have a market. We'll have probably another storehouse right here. We would definitely have pitching post or two. And between a market space that kind of grips one half, right? And we'll just call that the inner half, right? 14 locations. Actually, you know, market space would probably go right here, across the front, road facing. 15 locations. Not bad. And then we would have a road into the well from the center there. And on either side, we're going to put a field, and these will eventually become flowered areas. We'll put flax in those. Let that, once we get a farmhouse, I'll manage that. So, 3 orchard plots that are going to be pretty large. I think that's going to look really great off on that side. And they kind of fan out from the tree lines here. And not as much connectivity. We'll probably eventually bring something in between. But get those developed and people will be happy with it. Hey, Wildfield, looking good. The Baron learned his lesson, I hope. And yeah. Plank production is still just at a standstill, which is unfortunate. I have all the planks worked up here. Make sure we got our logging camps and everything. Good to go. The forester's hut needs a little TLC. Now over in Roheloch, things are looking okay. We have planks being produced. We need 5 more for the manor. Just like that, as I say it. And tucked in there, I think that would be exactly where they might want to be. Nice scenic overlook. I don't think the, you know, out in the corner. We're right about here. Tucked back in. Yeah. One other thing. Let's just look. Do we have any... have a well? Could place along here. Yeah. That would kind of drive a lot of our development in this area. Let's bring that curvature up. Okay. Bring that, and then we will pop in the... Sorry, not a wooden church. We'll pop in a manor. Right about there.
Let's go, people!
Okay, I only have 5 timber. If we can do a garrison tower, we don't have the planks for it. That. The tax office. Maybe. I like having them connected across there. Great hillside overlook. Honestly, let's see if there's a side of the tax office that would appreciate a better view. I think if we move the manor, have the tax office kind of tucked here. Arrange them. Maybe a little T. Not aggressive. Yeah, that'll be great. Business in the front. Nice overlook off of the cliffside into the trees. That will be scenic. So let that happen. And I will also place a road here once that's committed. Okay. So let's start building that. We got 3 available living space, or 3 available villagers to work. Take a look. We got our timber. We want to make sure we have a 20 timber reserve. Pull 1 person out there. 1 more person on our woodcutter's lodge. 10 months food at 13. So we're doing great. Doing great. Back to Wildfield. 2 available living spaces. We have our first... Oh, charcoal kilns getting damaged. Resources are not happy. It's alright. Okay. See, food at 5 months, fuel at 6 months. So, definitely. Yeah, berries. I need some more meat. We'll probably end up doing trade with our neighboring region. Might bring in a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna go commit the orchard there. And that will at least get the saplings placed. Nice little area there. We see the open farm portion right next to it. Wildfield burgage plot construction is done. Right. Roheloch. Cutter's Lodge is full. Hey. Right, what do we need here? They want some level 2 upgrades. Nobody's living in here yet. Wow, that's crazy. 2 available living spaces. And some room to grow. We've got our manor that's coming in over this way. It will be a little off the beaten path. I do think liking to have some artisans within the manor area. Right? The royal folks just appreciate their own little production. Tucked in a little bit behind. I want to have the road. This will kind of mark where we put the gate for the forward walls. And then, yeah, if we have, let's just call it here. Just deep enough to get the backyard extensions. So I'm gonna put this up. Yeah, that's fine. We know right about the tree line is where we'd want them. It's a curvy road. Pull this out. We got a well coming in. We're gonna have burgage plots along here. 4, 5. Space is at a premium here, but for 5, those can be our first upgrades. We have the well at the back. We have a storehouse. Snap to roads. We got the tax office, and that we're going to keep this area here free and open for the Lord of the Manor. And we can have here, I like to keep those trees as much as possible. So the granary is a little wider. We'll have that on the back side here. And the storehouse right across from it. And we will have hitching posts. And one thing, I want to have a pack station. I will at least do 1, maybe 2. But these will be to support some of the other regions, especially if we're going to have sausage. We'll trade out sausage, bring in apples. I think that would be a great way to share resources between regions. And a marketplace here. It does need to be large. We have, what, 10, 12? 13 right there. Wonderful. So that'll make a nice manor complex on this side. And we'll have a couple people that are helping support within. But, yeah, utilizing the cliffs with the... we'll have the tower eventually. And of course, pretty far spread out. We've got 2 stable space used. Order in more oxen. Bring that. Folks are generally happy. We got 20 planks, so what are we looking at? Eggs are good. Chicken coops along. Sure those coops come on up. And commit every last one of them. Okay, Wildfield, the large storehouse construction is finished. These folks do probably want a marketplace in their area. Just looking, we're great on supply and demand. Okay. So enough stalls for everybody here. You see, we're down to 60%. Taxation's a big impactor. But, yeah, not quite requiring much. We'll get our additional burgage plots. We'll set that as our highest priorities. And get those orchards filled in. This is going to look great behind the trading post. Family moved in. Excellent. 6 available people. So let's start looking at getting some industry going. I like having the trees around. I'm gonna have a logging area that's focused just on timber production, and I think with the city center being here, eventually, it might make sense to have some logging start up in this region, outside of the hunting camp. We do something like this, and then a road that cuts back across. Go about there. Let's get another logging industry set up. We'll have logging. We'll have a saw pit. We'll have a woodcutter's lodge. And a forester's hut. Back here. And then we'll have the foresters start first. They'll populate the outside areas with trees throughout the spring. Sustainable. There we go. 0 available living space, but 5 again. Okay. Wildfield. Great. Great, great. Okay, so we got a cobbler shop. We got some of the other level 2 burgage plots. The ale. Let's see. We got malt. We got ale. We have the small tavern. Let's go ahead and upgrade that to a large tavern. What else are we going to need? We're going to need a bowyer shop, but I feel like that makes more sense to put in the manor area as we get that. These don't have an upgrade yet. 3 months of food. So I think we need to just go commit a bunch of chicken coops. Get some passive going there. We hadn't had the planks through this before, but we'll get that solved, and right away we'll just be swimming in chicken eggs. Okay, anybody that's got a living residence already, get you guys committed. Okay. These folks are all committed. That's great. Okay, so eggs should help. We got a cobbler. You guys. And vegetables are good. Berries are a little low. It's going to be meat. It's going to be apples. It's going to be some of the other aspects. And we need our level 3 burgage plots for the next upgrades. And we see they want the tavern, which we're working on. They want additional food supplies. So, yeah, some chicken coops, some other high priority stuff going in. We have now, we'll put in the apple orchard for both. Oh, no, hang on. I accidentally clicked the wrong one. I wish there was like a cancel button in between. But alas. Gonna expand the living space for both of these. That's lame. Okay. Upgrade both of these. Nice little micro village here with the orchards, though. Okay, Roheloch, the storehouse is good. We're gonna put a person here. Right, start ramping up that. We see 7 stable space. We'll order another ox. Right. Gonna have to demolish the backyard extension there for the animal thing, and then put our orchard in. See, at certain levels of detail, you can kind of almost see it. They got a bit of a shadow there, but that'll look really great. Nice regional. Okay, we're gonna swap that animal pen. Now we're putting in an apple orchard, and all it cost us was 2 very valuable planks. Okay, our taxation, we're at 1142. I think we're all right there. We got 18 available living space. Let's go bring the taxation down to, we'll go back to 5% for now. Okay, pantry's full. All of these are good. We'll pull you 2 out. The Woodcutter's Lodge out as well. And relocate. Oh. Raiders in Schachspitz. Alright, well. We can address this threat. 18, 18, and 18. Oh, they got no chance. What do we have? Oh, yeah. Sad villagers. We can afford some stuff, so if we have somebody that can pop in at Schachspitz or Wildfield. The Battle Brothers for 50 might be worth it. To hire that company. The Wayward Sons, they're going to be all the way on the other side. Same with the Ravenous Vultures. Wildfield for the Battle Brothers, we'll hire them. They got.
Advance! Yes, sire! Advance!
And we'll rally our folks there as well.
Sire! Men! My lord! My liege!
Yeah, so 4 groups of 18. We've got 4 groups of 36. It should be pretty smooth pickings. We're just rallying our folks. Wildfield, good. We're going to assign someone to the stone church to make sure we can bury them bodies. Put them in the ground. Alright. And don't neglect our stable spaces. Probably put another pitching post. Yeah, okay, we're going to relocate this one. We got 1 and 2 over here. Honestly, with the available space we have, I'm going to just demolish this. And for the marketplace, we'll find a spot in here for the marketplace that we can have a few, keeping these folks happy. Overall. Good. And we'll get these raiders set.
Yes, sire! My liege! Yes, sire!
Should start to see the taxation impact a little bit less, hopefully.
Men!
We'll wait for them.
Sire! Yes, sire! Advance! Orders! Move quickly! Run! Sire! Move quickly! Charge!
And we've got a reliable enough source of bows. One of these level 2 plots, I'm going to turn them into a bowyer. Got our joiner. Upgrade these both up here while we're doing the fight.
Men! Kill them! Die! Bastard! Attack! Your orders! My liege! Die! Bastard! Attack! Charge! My liege! Attack! My lord! Faster!
Just try and get them sandwiched in between.
Attack! Fire! To battle! Fire! Charge! Die, bastard! Men! Kill them!
Okay.
Kill them! Forward to battle! Men!
Alright. Good to go. We're going to disband everybody. They fought off the raiders. Good times. Okay. Food at 6 months. Fuel at 8 months. Let's see. We're our charcoal, firewood. We're all good. We're getting berries now in the spring. That meat production is a problem. And it's going to be a long-term problem. So let's just sort that. Good orchards. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look even better when those trees fill in and we get our apiaries that are helping support things. Okay. 6 unassigned families. Okay. What do we need? We've got firewood and charcoal. Our marketplaces need probably... Yeah, storehouse capacity. Oof. Is that right? Is our food variety really that bad? Okay. I want to assign 1 over here and 1 over here. Okay. Go each of those, and we're going to upgrade both of these. Those will help canopy larger storage production areas. Okay, excellent. Very nice scenic looking village, and I think this is a great place to pause it. We're starting to look for our level 3 burgage plots in Wildfield. Over in Roheloch, we've got a manor that's being constructed. It's in progress. Let's go ahead and watch that wrap out. If we take this to our highest priority, spreading out pretty far across the region, but we've got our granary. Get a stable with plenty of space available for that. 0 available living spaces, but yeah, we'll go ahead and each of these just waiting for goods to be transported, so we're all right. We can build a couple of closer plots that I think will help out. Who knows, we might just manage with that. Okay. So this is our highest priority. Get a couple other folks going, just since we're going to have to transport back and forth like crazy. April, we need one more person in the forager's hut, and we can use additional folks at both the granary and storehouse. Alright, where are those at? Okay. That storehouse needs an upgrade. We don't have the planks for it. Unfortunate. But could be in good shape here. We got 9 months of fuel, 14 months of food, and boom, love it. Couple of great regions coming along, a central development that just looks wonderful. And let's go ahead and call it for the current episode. We've fought off the Baron's first attack. We've managed raiders. It might be time that we start going on the offensive. We've got 3,100 influence, almost 1,200 in the treasury. We can afford to outfit our retinue slightly. It's not going to be the most effective yet, but yeah, I think with mercenary units available, we should be able to go kick the Baron's butt, right? We see, yeah. Pretty affordable, 110, 125 per month. We could basically run for several months with these groups. So, I'll go ahead, save things out, and we'll look at if we can forcibly expand into a new territory next time if we wanted to go. Towsonbrook doesn't really have anything worth going after. We could go to Kleinow for the iron and clay. Get a really great kind of chokehold on the border regions. We could go to Schachspitz to do farming. Yeah. I think Schachspitz or Kleinow are where we're going to focus. And if we need treasury to outfit our retinues, Kleinow is probably going to be it. I can quickly drop in, do some clay deposits, turn this into a trade hub and an armor making area. But I know that the import of barley is going to be killing us as we start expanding those out. We can afford that with those two regions, but Schachspitz for its farming would be great. Let me know what you think in the comments, if I should go for Kleinow first or Schachspitz. Or maybe throw in a wild card, go to Ander Dornley for farming down here. But I like Schachspitz with the fish. This would give us another rich berry deposit, but hey, all great options. With that, thanks for watching, and I'm going to catch you in the next one.